Welcome to episode 38 of the Fake Fans podcast. We're back and nothing is different about me at all, right, Scarra?
Thanks, Cheetah Prime.
Okay.
Welcome to the stream. I said stream.
Did you
oh
say
my
stream?
God.
Hey, what's up, chat? Yo, chat. How's it going? We're live.
Wait, I can't believe I said that.
Dude, that's so fucking cringe. I can't believe you did that.
Oh God, we both have issues today. Welcome to the podcast.
Yeah.
My co-host looks like Cheetah died on his forehead, and then it bled into the top of his skull.
It's not too inaccurate, to be honest, as to what actually happened. If you didn't watch the stream, me, Sid, and Leslie did a special collab stream between Foos Cuts and Let Her Cook, where first I let Leslie dye my hair, and then Sid cooked me a delicious jjajangmyeon meal after. If you want to see what the back of my head looks like, I got you. We won't even put this on the extra content on YouTube because I'm just that generous. It was supposed to be a yin-yang symbol. I'm going to turn a little bit just because I don't know what you can see. But
oh, I see.
Yeah, I'm assuming one of the camera angles got it. But yeah, it was it's like probably the most eventful thing that happened this week, right?
Oh God, it would be in my top 3.
Top 3 for sure. Yeah. But before we get into that,
yes.
Listen, I know the last time we did like a sitting podcast release, I talked about the story about how I got scammed at Anime Expo. A lot of people have been messaging me, asking me for like updates. So let's just get into it real quick, just in the beginning, just get it out of the way.
I love this. We usually don't have tea on this podcast.
So,
like, we're a drama-free channel, but here we go. This is the tea.
It's been 3 weeks, so it might be a little rambly. I'm just gonna.
You've had some time to sit on it.
Yeah, I'm just gonna try and explain how it went as I remember it, how as best I can remember it.
Mm-hmm.
But okay, so some context. I went to a booth at Anime Expo and I saw some cool looking silver booster packs in Japanese for the Final Fantasy MTG set, and I was like, cool. And I know that they were like the buy a box promo from Japan. So I asked one of these shop workers, what was the best thing you can get, or like what is in this? And they said there's 3 cards. And I asked him like, oh, what can you get in it? And he said, I'm not sure, but the best thing I've seen is a black chocobo. That's what he said. So I'm just like, oh, cool. Like I'm thinking in my head, like, I'm just gonna buy these. I'm gonna open them on stream. To be fun stream content. I'm probably not gonna get the black chocobo.
For context, the black chocobo costs $4,000.
$8,000 now.
Oh, okay.
Last I heard.
It's a multiple $1,000 card. It's the rarest of the chocobos.
Of the neon chocobos.
Continue. Yes.
So yeah, I bought 2 boosters. Each booster is $100, by the way. And I know it's stupid and expensive, but I thought like this is like I love MTG, I love cracking packs, and it would be fun stream content. I go home, I open the first pack. It is not a chocobo. And it was a Japanese version of Negate with art from I think Final Fantasy 14. And I was like, darn, didn't get it. Open the second one. It's the same exact card. It was the Japanese Final Fantasy 14 version of Negate. And I'm like, that's a little weird. Especially because each booster only had 1 card. And he told me there was 3. So immediately, something's off, right?
Okay.
Like, okay, you told me that each booster had 3. Someone in my chat then went like, oh, wait, weird. Let me look into what's in this for you. And he looked it up. He's like, yeah, there's only 2 possible cards in this booster. One is the card that you got, and the other card is like a special version of like some counterspell. I forget which. But basically, it has art of Edie from Final Fantasy VIII. And he's like, yeah, you can only get these 2 cards, but yeah, no chance at a black chocobo. So I'm like, okay, I'm pissed because this guy basically straight up lied to me. Everything he told me about this pack was a lie.
3 different ones, okay.
Yeah. So I went back the next day, and I was like, I saw the guy, saw the shopkeeper, or the guy who helped me, and I was like, hey man, do you remember telling me yesterday that each of these boosters that I bought from you had 3 cards in them? He's like, yep. And I was like, do you remember also telling me that like each booster can have a black chocobo? He was like, yep. So like that alone, I was like, all right, well, okay. So I was like, can I talk with you on the side, please? And he was like, oh, sure. So I bring him to the side. I'm like, hey man, just want to let you know, I opened these, and first of all, each pack only had 1 card instead of 3. And again, I also didn't get the. I mean, I was like, oh, also, there's no. I found out there's no chance of the black chocobo. I think he misunderstood what I said because he was like, oh, I was just saying there's a chance at it. It's not guaranteed for the black chocobo. And I'm trying to tell him like, no. It's not that I didn't get the black chocobo. It's just that there was never a chance of getting it. There's only 2 cards you can get from this pack, and neither of them were the black chocobo. And he was like, oh. And I was like, yeah, so we have this problem where I bought this product off you because you told me what could be in it, and all of it was a lie. And I was trying to be like, hey, like, I don't think you were intentionally trying to mislead me, but you did at the end of the day mislead me. So like, I feel like I should have some sort of make good on this. And he kind of just like walks over to the side for a little bit, goes on his phone for like 5 minutes. He's like texting someone, and he comes back to me and says, hey, are you gonna be at Anime Expo tomorrow? I was like, yes. He's like, do you mind coming back like when my manager's here? And I was like, sure, I could do that, whatever. Kind of annoying that you can't resolve my issue right now, but whatever. I go back the next day, he's there, and I go up to him and he's like, hey, I'm back. So like, what's the make good? And he says, so I spoke with my manager and we can give you 50% off one of the packs. So I'm like,
Ooh,
wait, no, sorry, that's not good enough. Also, where's your manager? I thought he was going to be here. And he's like, oh, my manager's sitting right over there. He points to this guy who's on his laptop, like 5 feet away from me. And I realized that this fucking dude was there the previous day. The day that I went back, the second day that I went back, he was there already. Like, so when he told me to come back to talk with his manager, he was right fucking there. So the guy he was texting was sitting behind me as they were trying to resolve this situation. So they made me fucking come back another day when they could have just handled it right then and there. So I'm like, I'm obviously fucking annoyed at this point. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? I walk over to the manager like, hey, so you're the manager? He's like, yeah. Like, he already has like this standoffish kind of annoyed attitude. I was like, hi, so you understand the situation. Your employee basically gave me wrong information and I bought it for that reason. And like, the make good you offered is not good enough in my opinion. And he said, okay, well, I did hear him say that he wasn't sure. So at that point, you should have it was on you to do the research to make sure. And I was like, okay, wait. There were so many things I was thinking at that moment. I was like, okay, first of all, yes, it was true that he said, I'm not sure. But he said, I'm not sure, but the best thing I saw was a black chocobo.
Yes.
That should be enough. That was enough reason for me to buy it. Because that last part, there is no like, oh, there's maybe a black chocobo. He said the best thing I saw was a black chocobo. So in my mind, I'm thinking like, oh, he has like firsthand knowledge of this. This isn't some bullshit that he made up. And also, secondly, even if that part was true, he told me there were 3 cards in the pack. There was only 1. On that basis alone, I should have gotten a refund.
A full refund.
Yes. So he's trying to like make this about me and make this my fault. And I'm just like, dude, like, wait, also, you overheard him telling me this information and didn't choose to fucking correct him? So either you willfully let him give me wrong information to buy this shit and you're a piece of shit, or you don't even know what's in your own product and you're just a bad shop owner selling these boosters at $100 for 1 card. So I'm just like, dude, this is 50% off 1 pack is just not good enough. Like, I'm sorry, but like, that's not acceptable.
Okay.
And he was just like, well, what do you expect me to do? Like, I can't like buy, like, I can't take these back. You already opened the boosters. And I'm like, I'm sorry, that's not on me. This is your fault. Like I would not have bought this to begin with if your employee didn't give me the wrong fucking info. So he's just like trying to argue it. His employee also told me earlier, like when I came back the second time, he's like, oh, but I mean, you did open money cards. So like, he's trying to like convince me that this is not so bad.
Okay.
I looked it up later. Each of those cards is worth $20, which isn't nothing, but like, I basically lost a fuck ton of value if I was looking into reselling, which I'm not. Like, I'm just trying to collect these cards. But
okay.
like, telling me that I bought 2 $100 boosters and I got 2 $20 cards, like, you got money cards?
I thought this was going to be a situation where like the person just wasn't knowledgeable. Like, they brought in like their brother or their cousin who doesn't work the shop much, and they was just like, okay, you made a bad thing. Because he said exactly that he remembered the things that were lies essentially, or and I was like, oh, he's just probably misinformed. But the rest of the story sounds really like.
Well, to be fair, I do think the helper was misinformed. Like, he wasn't trying to lie to me. He just knew the information completely wrong.
Okay.
And, like, he misunderstood. He, like, thought that these boosters are the same as, like, collector boosters, which they're not.
I think it's just weird to make you come back in the other day when the guy was there before.
Dude, that is so fucking weird. And also, it's really weird that the owner overheard his employee give me this information and not do anything about it. Like, he just let me buy it. So... yeah, like we were just like arguing for a bit. He keeps telling me that he can't take the cards back, the booster back, because like I already opened it. I'm just like, dude, that's like fucking bullshit. I never would have bought this shit if he didn't lie to me to begin with, or like he gave me the wrong information to begin with. And then eventually he's just like, okay, how about this? I'll just give you $100 and then we're good. And I'm just like, at this point, like I could feel my temper rising. Like my voice is getting, I'm not like yelling at him, but my volume is getting louder. And there's definitely people like starting to witness that like we are like me and him are like getting into it.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, all right, dude, fine. Fuck it. I'll take the 100. And he's like, I'll give you the 100 and you can keep the cards. And I'm just like, whatever. So I accept the deal and I just move on. And yep.
I just think this could have been handled so much more graciously. I can't believe that the card store owner ended up making it like this.
Yeah.
It was just like, there could have been even a situation where it was just, he gives you $100 and he was just gracious about it and you would have felt fine, right? Like, it was just the way it happened in that method where it was like top tier rage inducing, you know?
Yeah. So... yeah, that shit was ass. I was really fucking mad. I didn't want to spend like more time there and just like ruin my last day at Anime Expo anymore. I definitely went to a different shop and rage bought a bunch of fucking Final Fantasy booster packs because I was just fucking mad about the situation.
What the fuck, man?
But yeah, I mean, I don't know. That was probably, I've never went Karen before. That's like, or like maybe I have, but like not in recent, like maybe not in the last like 15 fucking years. Like usually if like someone makes a mistake or whatever, I just like take the L and move on. But like this was like too much money for me to like ignore, especially with like how it happened.
The principle of the matter.
I don't know. I feel like if I'm the shopkeeper, even if I wasn't the one that fucked up, but my employee was the one that fucked up, I think I just take the L and just be like, dude, it sucks, but like whatever. Like just give him his money back and move on, you know?
Yeah.
So I don't know. That shit was fucking
Was this a exhibitor? Like a person?
Exhibitor.
So this person paid thousands of dollars to be an exhibitor at Anime Expo.
Yes.
Yeah. And is their card store like a pretty big name? Like,
so they're not normally a card store. They're like an they're like a hobby shop, like just kind of everything.
Oh.
The Final Fantasy product they have was like a very small part of their overall store. So
they weren't like a specific card store. Oh, this feels like that situation where like people try to get in on a trend.
Yeah.
But they maybe didn't have the most educated people to help you there.
Yeah. And like, you know what? Fuck it. Like that shit happens, whatever. But like, I think if your employee made a mistake, you just fucking own it and just like refund me and like you take the fucking L. I don't know. It's just like they really try to make it as they tried to scheme like how like this was my fault, you know? And like, you know, granted, I could have done some research. I could have looked into it more myself.
I would never have looked into it more, just straight up. If they had just told me, yeah, the best I got was this, and you're supposed to get 3 cards. Just on the basis of you getting 1 card is just like...
that alone should be enough to get a refund.
Yeah, I was like, well, this is kind of weird. I think... Ooh. Is this situation... do you think this situation is done? You just don't want to think about it anymore?
Situation's done. Like, people have asked me for the shop name, and like... you
don't want to flame the shit out of them?
I don't want to flame the shit. I personally believe that like bad business practices will eventually bite your ass in the long run.
I 100%
you know, is really relevant these days, especially. But I think that no company, big or small, is immune from shitty business practices. So if they continue to do that shit, then like it's gonna bite them in the ass in the long run. But yeah, I just didn't want like people go overboard when it comes to internet hate trains. Yes. So I just don't think it's
I think that's really fair.
I do think that the lesson I've learned is to be especially cautious when purchasing literally anything. So like I will do my own due diligence going forward. I won't ask the store employee for info on the product they're selling anymore, because why would I expect them to know? But yeah, that is that.
I have an Italian Edge of Eternities pack to sell you, actually.
Do you really?
Yeah, it has a black Edge of Eternity. I don't know the cards in this
Why did
set.
I actually believe you? Why did I actually? Because, you know, I bought random Italian Magic the Gathering
Wait,
packs. No, I literally have. But like,
I just brought a random language.
no, I bought Italian Magic the Gathering packs because they
Oh.
were like a quarter of the price.
Okay.
And like it was just like for fun. And that was like 50. So like that's why I believed you. I was like, oh, you fucking have Italian Magic? No, okay, you just fucking lied. All right, well, that's that. I'm like seething a little. I'm a little angry just thinking about that story again, even though that happened like 3 weeks ago. So let's end this segment on a positive note.
Okay.
Thoughts?
Yes.
I got you a gift.
Oh.
And there's no real segue for this because this is not related to anything that we've ever talked about, but I just know that you'd like it. Here you go. This is for you.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is gonna be really awkward because I realized that there's a
think
book. It's from Quan Millz. Nah. This hoe got roaches in her crib.
Can you check the first page? I haven't actually checked it myself. Yes, sir. Thank God. Signed by Quan Millz himself.
I have his actual signature.
Yes, sir.
This is the best gift someone's given me this year. Literally, look at the description. This person literally just like AI did the font and the description of the book on the back. Like they did this in 10 seconds.
Yes, sir.
Austin Watkins, 35, and a single father, finds himself in a precarious situation. He locked up in Chicago's Cook County Jail. He knows that Fred Quisha, the trifling mother of his only daughter, is a despicable, careless, and reckless thought. All caps, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
Who is the antithesis of caring, loving black motherhood. What a paragraph.
What a crazy sentence.
Paragraph.
But yeah, I saw an advertisement on TikTok from Quan Millz himself selling a limited batch of signed first edition copies of This Hoe Got Roaches in Her Crib. And I was like, there's no man more deserving of this book, this gift, than Scarra himself. And the funny thing is, when I ordered this, 2 weeks later, I got a notification saying that my shipment was never going to arrive and I got a full refund. So I was like, that fucking sucks. I feel like that would have been a really great gift. And 3 days later, the book arrives. And I'm like, oh.
Free book.
Free book.
I can't wait to read about the fact that her mission in life is simple: get money, smoke good weed, and ride bomb dick. Nothing more, nothing less.
As we all do.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
The description is just not real. This is I'm actually gonna read a couple chapters of this. This is actually crazy.
Chat always accuses us of not having enough literature, so like, I gave you the gift of knowledge.
I can't think of anything quite frankly anything better.
Yeah, it's the best. Yeah, so enjoy that. I didn't really know if there was a way I could segue into this topic of giving you this book, but
I thought you got this at Anime Expo, so I was expecting you to pull out like an anime thing, and as I feel it, I'm like, that's a book. Oh, he got me like a manga or something, and then it's
way better than anime or manga.
It is. This is just everything on the front cover looks Photoshop.
I like how the text on the spine isn't even centered. Like it's kind of like a little bit off.
Yeah, this
everything's
isn't even
just
centered.
a little bit off.
How is he selling books? He realizes that he doesn't need any of the external packaging. The real message is in the words.
Exactly.
That's what all authors should hear.
I also love he always intros himself. Hey, what's up, guys? International bestseller Quan Millz here.
That is such a flex, though.
It is a flex, and I'm a customer.
Yes, you are.
Yes, sir.
May the rest of your TikTok feed have just hundreds of books like this.
No, the amount of Quan Millz ads I've been getting ever since I bought that book is a lot. 1 in 3 ads I get on TikTok, it's Umamusume, Quan Millz, and some sort of fucking scam fitness routine thing. So
no. Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, speaking of Umamusume,
tell me the truth.
I gave up on Peak. It takes too much time. Dude. I'm sorry. I know it sounds crazy because you could finish a career in like 20 to 30 minutes, but it's too long. I'm sorry. I need to be able to mindlessly grind my gacha games without a single thought But like Umamusume, every decision fucking matters.
It actually is crazy because I was playing it right before this podcast, and as he was talking about quitting Umamusume, I made the wrong decision and ruined my run.
That's your fault.
And I'm just right before summer training, I actually forgot to rest.
That is the worst feeling.
Yes.
Genuinely, it's like because you're like halfway through the run kind of by first summer. So it's like if you fuck up your summer, it's like you wasted so much time, but like you kind of have to finish because you already dedicated so much time. Also, you probably paid someone to be their friend supporter, right? Like
and
you paid
only
the money.
3 chances.
Exactly.
Anyways, I've been playing a lot of Umamusume still. I think it's the most interesting gacha game I've ever played, but it does. I feel like a literal sloth playing this game. Like I'm just in my bed playing for like 1 to 2 hours every day. I'm gonna need to get like a walker in my not a walker, sorry, like a treadmill, just so I can feel somewhat like okay about my vice, because this is definitely a vice.
You just need to do the thing that one guy did for Summoner's War, and just like get a guy to get your maid to do it for you.
Oh my god, the number one. So Summoner's War has championships, and one of the world champion winners, he only does the PvP. His maids do like the actual dailies, and everything else. He's rich as balls, by the way.
Sorry, John just walked into the kitchen. He's looking extra scrumptious.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, I need that because like, how else am I gonna be a world champion if not for that?
Yeah,
I can't believe he only involves himself in doing the PvP, which is like the fun part, and his maids do all like the E6 running and random stuff, which is really fucking funny.
Yeah.
It takes like a whole week to star up a character, and like they do that.
You need a real-time manager to manage your stables, Scarra.
I am not kidding. I looked into real life horse racing, everything. I looked into the cost of a jockey. The cost of a horse is 100 to 300K. Buying a foal just randomly is like tens of thousands of dollars. Akita-san Black's foal just got sold for 2 million or something.
Holy fuck.
Yeah, like literally like crazy amount. Oh, like Akita-san Black is like one of the most famous Japanese racehorses of all time, and then like the litter or like the foal ended up getting sold for millions. And it's like racehorsing is rich money. It's old blood. And so like the people who are into racing horses, like you are paying like 100K for the maintenance, 100K plus for your jockey. You're paying like the horse itself is like hundreds of thousands of dollars. And then like there are 3 race courses near where we live. One of them is Del Mar, which I think is a really famous race course. They hold the G1 races, which I just learned.
Actual G1s?
Yeah. They have $1 million championship. I think.
I hate that I know what that is now.
Yeah, and it's called the Breeders' Cup. That is not a weird word or a weird phrase, and you made it sound weird. But the Breeders' Cup is happening next month.
Mm-hmm.
And I had someone call in.
Why do they call it the Breeders' Cup?
Because it's not a weird word until the internet made it weird.
No, I'm just curious, like why they call it the Breeders' Cup. It's like, do they race their breeding horses?
That's just what they call it.
Okay, fair.
I mean, you like they call like the Japanese derbies Oko show or something like that, and
I don't know what those words mean. Scarra,
yeah, that's
I
true.
do know what breeder means.
Anyways,
and let's just say language evolves.
The Breeders' Cup is like $1 million like guarantee for the races, and so I asked to stream at these, not even just Del Mar. I asked to stream at another place. I had someone call in and ask for me. They're like, streaming, what's that? But also, afterwards they got back and they're like, no way. And it's essentially because I think they make their revenue from a lot of like
watching
online people watching or broadcast, and so they just said no, or they just hate me.
Wait, Scar, you should have just done the thing that other big streamers do,
which is streaming.
Ask for forgiveness, not permission.
Oh, this is one of those things that like they would have kicked me out immediately.
No, I know.
Yeah,
just don't do that.
But I've been looking into like horse racing. I'm like, oh shit, like Thursdays there's free horse. You have to pay. You can just go watch
free breeding
horses. It's free. It's horses and half off hot dogs Thursday. And I'm like, that is a deal.
Okay, but how much is a hot dog?
It's like really cheap.
You're not doing your due diligence. How much is a fucking hot dog?
It's probably like less. It's like $8. I'm telling you, overall the place is really cheap. But I just imagine that like even getting front row seats. I looked how much it cost. It was like $200 a person.
Oh, it's not bad.
That's not bad.
Wait, how long is a horse race?
Well, they're just there for like a couple hours. Like you're probably there for like 2 to 4 hours. It's like a half day event, and there's maybe even multiple things happening in one day.
I see.
So I think Del Mar does races every weekend. Essentially, there's always races there. I think every week is 100,000 minimum race. Essentially, but yeah, I looked into all that, and I can't stream it. I can't be a real life horse trainer. But it was interesting doing some of the research.
You know what this means?
It means that we could see the horse Skibbity Riz in real life. Actually, I was hoping.
I don't know what the fuck that meant. I'm gonna be so real with you. What does seeing a horse Skibbity Riz in real life mean?
Oh, you're not up to date. So there are like over 9,000 horses a year in just Japan alone. So and horses have to have unique names. Like you cannot have like you have to literally look up.
I know what you're talking about.
Okay,
yeah.
There's a horse called Skibbity Riz that just won its first race. Unironically, like kind of a big race. Like it wasn't like a small one. So it won its first big race, and then there's also another horse called Both of These Nuts, and people are hoping that one wins a race, so they race against each other. Fun fact: Skibbity Riz is actually related to Grass Wonder from Umamusume, because Umamusume doesn't have just pure Japanese horses. There's also like a little bit of mixed bloodline. So
Is Condor like an American horse?
I'm not quite sure, but
okay. Do you want to know how I know that?
How?
I watched the anime.
You asked me a question like, isn't Condor an American horse?
I watched the first 3 episodes of the anime with Anita and Lena because Lena was over and I was teaching her how to play Magic the Gathering.
Would you watch like the first season of the first episode?
First 3 episodes of the first season.
No, I heard that's terrible.
Wait, I liked it.
You liked it?
I thought it was good. Okay, there is one big issue that I have. Once again, it's the creepy manager man. Why does there have to be a creepy manager guy? Like, he's introduced because he's literally massaging Special Week her thighs from behind. Like, that's how they introduce the character. He's just grabbing her thighs and massaging it. A high school girl. And he looks like, I don't know, he basically looks like that one fucking dude from Evangelion. I forgot his name.
Shinji?
No. The guy with the ponies. Oh, fuck, I forgot his name. But yeah, he looks like he's in his 30s. And he's just massaging this high school girl's legs. I'm like, why does this character have to be this way? And then Lena looks at me and she's like, don't worry, Peter. He's not that weird after this. And then he's just like, he's just showing up in girls' locker rooms after it. I'm just like, I'm giving Lena the side eye and she's giving it back and she's like, but overall, like, it's pretty good. Like, the humor is really good.
Dude, I heard if you're gonna watch it and you're not gonna be committed to watching the full seasons, that like you could start on like Cinderella Grey and it'd be a really good time. Cinderella Grey is the one based on like Guri.
Oh,
a Guri Cap, and she's like the main character in I think and there's also another one. This is the movie, which is like To the Top or something.
Dude, I don't fucking know. All I know is I watched the first 3 episodes of the first season.
You sound like you spent a lot of time watching something that you're not into.
I don't know that much about it, but you know what's funny? Anita is learning more about it than I am because she was like, "Oh my god, these horse girls are so cute," and then she looks into the actual horses.
Yeah,
and then she read the story about Silent Suzuka, and she was really depressed for like a week.
Yeah, Silent Sunday was crazy.
Is that her name?
Silent Suzuka happened where I think she like broke down in the middle of a race.
Yes,
and it had to be euthanized in like at the race course.
Yeah.
And then they called it Silent Sunday. It was like a national event. Yeah. Very sad event.
Yeah, Anita was really depressed after that, and then she started looking into like the ethics of horse racing, and she's just like sad.
Horse racing is not that good for the horse.
Like, listen, Anita starts to fucking spiral when she sees how bad humans are for the world. That makes sense. Like, she's one of those people where she thinks about like broad concepts, and generally the broad concepts are humans are fucking bad.
Okay,
and she gets really sad.
I'm a bad person because I just accept that. Like I think of like, yeah, man, humankind's bad, and then move on.
Yeah. So for me, I'm thinking like, oh, we as individuals have such little impact on things compared to like what corpos do, like to the broader, just everything.
Yeah, I follow the thing of like just try to do your best.
Yes,
and then
Yeah,
Thumbs up.
because Anita tries to like just be a good person at all times, recycle, just like not be wasteful, blah blah blah.
No, that's great. I'm a
like
terrible person.
she's a good person, but then like she's like, wait, so like, do you think like what I do matters? I'm like, yeah, it matters because like you're just trying to be a good person, but like,
oh, you're a
it's
good boyfriend.
but it's like I'm just like it's good to just try your like it's like what you said, just try your best,
Yes,
do your best.
I think that's the best model you can live by.
Yeah, it's just like, but she asked me like, no, but like really, is like what I'm doing making an impact? And I'm like. Honestly, I'm just a really big cynic when it comes to this stuff. I still will do what like we should do, but
I think
ultimately it's like corporations dictate how impactful literally anything is.
I think the worst thing that could happen is if you stop caring.
Yes.
I think ambivalence is like the worst trait that happens. It's very common in like politics where like the idea that like the common person can't do anything. And I think that like that is a very dangerous road to tread.
Yeah.
If that's the overall sentiment, then no one's going to do anything.
Just like overall nihilism, right? Like,
yeah.
If you, like, you know how like people fall into despair because like, oh, like there's nothing
ever matters
after you die, so nothing matters. So I'm just like, well, if nothing matters, just fucking make the best of it, right? You know what I mean? Like,
yes.
might as well. Like,
I think you try to take as much good as you can at all points in life.
Exactly. It's really easy to fall into
I did not think I'd be talking about this. What the fuck? Were we talking about Umamusume?
We were. we were.
I swear to God, we were talking about something positive.
We were. Well, it's on Sunday. But yeah, no, I mean, yeah, Anita's just a really optimistic, good person with a good heart, and she gets really heartbroken over the state of the world. I'm way more cynical, but I try to like have like, I guess like cynical optimism. Like, yes. be you know, not be ambivalent, be just aware of like how little impact we make compared to like the big picture, but still like what we do still matters.
I think I'm very similar to you.
Yeah.
I have nothing else to add.
Yeah.
We
just gotta do our best. That's it, man.
Hey, we're like perfect for each other.
We are. Hey, what are you doing later?
We need to cut that. No one either watches these.
No. Come on. Anita's gonna watch this, by the way. She's gonna cringe when she hears me talking about her like this, but yeah, love you. But yeah.
In other words, we were talking. Let's wrap up the Anime Expo.
Yeah.
Did you buy anything at Anime Expo?
I bought so much shit from Anime Expo.
But
I have a confession.
Yes.
I spent most of my money not at Artist Alley this year.
Wow.
But on Magic the Gathering singles.
Oh.
I was so mad.
Oh.
I was so mad after my like encounter with that guy that when I ran into the only other booth that was selling Magic stuff, and they like were like, "Oh, what's up, Peter? Hey, man."
You're like, "Fuck you."
Yeah,
$100. Fuck you.
I was just like, "How much is that? Yes. How much is that? Yes." And I'm just like flipping through their fucking binder of singles and like, I need this.
I've seen someone rage like queue, but I've never seen someone like rage buy product.
Yeah, but like, I mean, I don't know. I was just fucking mad, and I just needed some retail therapy to get me going because like that was such a shitty fucking experience that I genuinely just needed anything to make myself feel better. I know this is probably self-destructive and really toxic and probably really bad and not a good financial habit to have, but like I needed immediate gratification. I bought 3 overpriced MTG Final Fantasy collector boosters and it just ripped them right then and there. Got nothing. This girl next to me recognized me and she was like, "Oh, like I love your content." I was like
fuck off.
I was like, "Is there a card that you wanted from this?" She's like, "Oh, I like the art from this set." And I was like, "Do you like Vincent as a character?" Because I got a full art Vincent foil. I had like 4 of already because I was ripping these bags like a fucking moron. And she's like, "Yeah, I like Vincent. Vincent's cool." I was like, "Here." And she held it. She's like, "Oh, this is cool." And then she tried to hand it back to me. I was like, "Oh, no, you can keep this." She was like, "Oh, you were giving this to me to keep?" And I was like, "Yeah, I mean, I think if I ripped this, showed you a card to just look at, isn't that kind of weird?" She's like, "Yeah, I thought it was kind of weird." I was like, no, this is for you to keep. And she's like, "Oh my God, thank you so much." I was just like, did not give a fuck. I was like looking for any reason to just like fucking rip packs. It was bad.
Oh my
but
God.
It was good. It felt good, and I'm happy about it.
Wait,
I did buy a lot of shit from from Artist Alley though. To be fair,
I bought one thing. Wait, Felix, can you bring that real quick? Sorry, I brought I think 2 things. One of them is a not shown Zelda clock that I bought for. He's in the room right now. I bought it for John, but then I found out later John doesn't like Zelda that much, And so I was like, oh my fucking God, am I a fucking idiot? So it's unfortunate that I acquired a gift that I'll probably just throw away now.
Jody and John's identities are so intertwined that like
No, they're their own people.
Scarra just thinks they're the same person.
Can you? Oh my God. Jody likes Zelda,
but Scarra doesn't give a fuck about Jody, so like it's kind of a moot point.
Can you hold this real quick?
Yeah. Stop. There's a Scarra here. That's cute as fuck.
Yeah,
that's cute as fuck.
This is the only thing I buy. So my policy now for Artist Alley is I do not buy prints unless I really love them, because I just don't use prints.
I also had that policy. I bought 7 prints.
And I try to find something unique. Usually indie stores are selling a lot of great accessories. Or this, I was looking for accessories. I didn't find any that I liked, and I bought this. And it's one of my favorite sweaters right now. And so
it's a cute ass sweater.
I am very happy with my purchase. They're really cool. And then I vlogged it. They showed up in my vlog comments as well, and I was like, oh shit, like they're really all over the place. People are just fast as hell.
That's cute.
But yeah, that's the only thing I got. Like,
I also bought a wearable thing. Here, let me show it.
Oh. John is here in the background. So is other production staff, Max, and so they're being very quiet. You guys can't hear them. This is a very long, packed day here at the OTV house. So
I bought this apron.
What?
I bought this apron.
This is so cute.
Yeah, this is a matcha themed apron. They had a toast themed one, but it was sold out. I just bought this one. But this one's really cute.
This was so cute.
Right? I'm gonna do more.
Anita's gonna love.
Oh.
You're gonna love this. No, I did not. You're gonna love this. What?
Wait, you don't think this suits me?
Well, I was thinking with all the money you spent on yourself already at Anime Expo, that surely you spent something for your.
Oh, hell no, I'm not buying shit. Oh, I completely forgot. I was not speaking to this mic this entire time. You thought this was for Anita?
I thought that you were gonna buy her something because you spent so much on singles and.
Oh, that's crazy. You know what I did do?
What?
I bought overpriced Labubus.
For her?
Yeah.
Did she like him?
No. Well, she didn't like the colors that she got.
No. We were in Chinatown in SF, and like literally every store had Labubus. Every store. The fucking corner store. The store that sold sugarcane juice had Labubus being sold next to the sugarcane juice. And it's like, wow, it's just a full thing. I Googled the Labubu owner is like he is worth $24 billion.
The owner of Labubu, like the artist, or like Pop Mart?
I think Pop Mart.
Okay.
Which is crazy.
I'm wondering how much the original artist makes because I want to say that Labubu
probably. He's probably AI actually.
No, the Labubu is like a children's storybook character.
Oh, I didn't even know.
A lot of these characters from Pop Mart are like children's book story. Yeah. So
hopefully they got some kickback.
Well, I mean, I saw like a photo of the artist for Labubu. He looks like a drippy guy. He looks kind of like one of those like contemporary like East Asian artists. Like, he's like takes good care of himself.
Oh,
good,
I like
aesthetic.
that.
Like, he looks like one of those kinds of guys. So hopefully he's making that bank.
Yeah. Anyways, this looks great on you.
Thanks, man.
It would also look great on anyone else.
You know who's been cooking a lot lately though?
You,
Anita. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's.
I haven't cooked at all.
And then that's.
You notice how this still has the creases from being folded?
Yeah, I noticed that you've never worn it.
Yeah, I haven't worn it yet.
Is it a good thing that Anita cooks?
No, yeah, she's cooking for herself because she's trying to she's on her health grind right now. She's doing all those TikTok recipes with like the sweet potato, ground beef. And,
dude, the ribbon carrots are actually pretty awesome.
Ribbon carrots?
Yeah, you cut carrots like ribbons, and they have like a texture, kind of like you try to make it seem like they're different texture than just carrots. It's like essentially you have like kind of pasta like
are they
carrots.
They're like thin sheets?
Yes,
basically?
thin sheets.
I see what you mean now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. There's an elephant in the room. Do you know what it is? You have no idea what I'm talking about, do you?
Bro, when I move, it doesn't shake that much, man.
Okay, I'm not. What the fuck,
That's
Scarra?
crazy. You would just call
making me out to be a villain.
That's insane,
dude. There's some crazy news that dropped this week.
Oh yeah. Okay. Wait. No. I know.
Was there something else you want to talk about?
No, I have nothing I want to talk about. I'm so excited for this. Okay.
Well,
wait.
Excited is a crazy word to say.
Wait. I am excited to talk about this because this has been the only thing on my mind for the last couple of days.
Dude, and it's still kind of a developing story.
Yes.
So, yeah, I mean, everyone knows it. V-Shojo fucking imploded.
context. VShojo is one of the largest, if not the largest, Western VTuber corporation. What this means is they have a lot of talents under their mask, including, I would say, the number one Western VTuber, Ironmouse. And this all it imploded in 24 hours because Ironmouse came out with a statement saying that the company had taken funds from her, and including $500,000 from her charity subathon.
Yes.
That broke records as like the number one thing.
Yeah.
And that opened the floodgates into every single talent making a statement that they're leaving, and everything bad being unearthed about this company in the last 48 hours.
Yeah. A lot of people are figuring that VShojo is done, and then they made an announcement that they're fucking done, essentially. And so a lot of former talent that were NDA'd into not speaking about their experiences with VShojo have started to come out with their experiences about VShojo. And oh my God, it's really bad. It's really bad.
It's insane. It's just from like a initial glance. Okay, they have taken money from almost everyone. They owe money to almost everyone, which they're not gonna be able to pay because they're gonna go bankrupt. And what happened was the official VShojo statement essentially said that the company was essentially trying to tread water till their next investment round. Something that I hear is kind of common with tech companies, where they had an initial investment of $11 million. They burned through that shit. I don't know how. And then now they're in this situation where they're hoping for another round. But from what I understand, like, it was just a lot of incompetency and a lot of mismanagement of financials. And their statement was like, "Oh, we didn't, like, the money we just found out was for charitable services, and like we didn't know about some of the stuff." And it was such like it was essentially just a statement that reeks of embezzlement, essentially. And everyone was like, "This is your statement. This is fucking sane." And as someone who works with and talked to a lot of people around this agency, VTuber agencies have a problem. And the problem is they need to, I'm not going to say exploit, but they need to essentially take a lot of money from their talent to be able to exist. Because there's no revenue stream. VTuber agencies have no revenue stream that's not merchandise, for the most part. Unless they're opening up a lot of YouTube channels where they're taking cuts from the YouTube channel or cuts from the stream. Almost every talent in streaming doesn't allow their stream revenue or their YouTube revenue to be touched. So we also operate as an entity, offline TV, that has a lot of staff. But we have a YouTube channel that generates like hundreds of thousands of dollars. They are trying to do the same thing. They have the same amount of staff, more staff than us, from what I heard, like 20 plus, and they have no income stream. So they're just bleeding out money every single month. People getting paid 6 figures, and I'm just like, where's the money coming from? And in the end, I found out the money was coming from nowhere, and they were just bleeding out the talents dry, essentially.
Oh, it wasn't coming out of nowhere.
Oh,
the money was coming out of the talents. Yeah, like, it sounds like what is happening is that a lot of the money that they spent or they owed to old talent, they were like siphoning from new talent or some shit. Like, that's why they hired them. I'm saying that all this alleged. Well, they're not gonna sue me. They're fucking in the ground. Like, whatever. I don't want to spread misinformation, but it just seems like so much of the money that went missing from former talent, like, they try to bring new talent on to, I guess, bridge the fucking gigantic hole in their bank.
I think rather than that, it feels like a lot of their employees were paid very high. Like, I think they ended up paying their employees, and maybe they had the issue of like, there were just too many people being hired at too high of a wage. I think that's very common, especially because VShojo was also expanded very heavily during COVID. I think everyone did. COVID was like a huge boom, and then remember afterwards, every tech company fired like 30% of their staff.
Yeah, just the massive fucking layoff.
Because you couldn't keep up the amount of salary that you needed for those people because you weren't making the same revenue.
Do you know whose reply I felt like gave so much insight into what happened with, like, of all the replies, like, a lot of VTubers gave their replies to like the VShojo announcement, but it was Giga's that stood out to me a lot. I mean, they all stood out, but like, VShojo didn't just fail. Many staff and leadership failed VShojo. Instead of using talent money on operating costs, the company should have shut down or at least informed us, but you used us as cash cows to keep things afloat while keeping us in the dark. You chose to keep the expensive sinking ship going and felt that it was fine to keep paying out to staff you were friends with instead of putting talent first. You've made it abundantly clear that you are okay with not prioritizing the debts owed to the talent who made this company what it is. While saying you will take full responsibility is the correct thing to do, I also think there are many others in the company without the same positive intent as conveyed in this message. In every leadership or staff call I had, you sat back and didn't say much while you had other staff members that were clearly the ones doing the actual work be the ones to speak. We know which leadership worked on our contracts. We know which leadership constantly sat in VC playing games with staff instead of working on time-sensitive tasks for our events and debuts. We know which staff consistently leaked information about talent. As the CEO, you're the final check, yes, but this means that all checks before you failed too.
Damn, that's brutal.
It sounds like there was a fuck ton of nepotistic, incompetent people that were like hired on just to collect a check.
I think that yes, maybe. It's hard for me to really say what happened because like obviously I wasn't there. But I've had talks with people about this situation and around this situation. It's very interesting because like in the end, I think that it is just entirely really hard to run this type of agency in general. Whether it's like a talent agency in general inside the streaming space. Every big talent agency, normal talent agency, there's three big ones, right? Mm-hmm. There's CAA, WME, UTA. Mm-hmm. These are the people who work with movie stars, who work with actors, who work with like famous celebrities. They work with they're the contracts for famous like
creators and
basketball players, tennis players, stuff like that. So they essentially have so much talent. Okay, they walk into the creator sphere, and it's very weird because like you don't take a revenue of certain things. You know, in the talent space, you only take the revenue of the contract of like the one sponsor they end up doing. But a lot of these companies take like percentage cuts,
right,
of overall revenue. Right. Or of revenue of a certain aspect of a certain project.
Right.
But that does not happen in streaming, or that does not happen on YouTube. Everyone is the standard has been set. We don't share that. So it's like it's really hard to make money. What happens is talent companies inside the gaming space end up having to, since they don't make enough money of a flat revenue, except for I know one company that does a revenue percentage model, and they are very rare. Everyone else has to pick up multiple talent. So instead, there's one talent manager for like 8 or 12 talent, which is like honestly spreading one guy or one person really, really thin.
Right.
And so it ends up having a lot of other problems. And I think that like VTuber agencies came in and they ran into very similar problems. Like, how are we supposed to create merch for these people when the merch makes no money? How are we supposed, and that's their only way to make money. So like their company makes no money at all. Yeah. I heard I'll do the pipeline. V-Shojo had people who were interested in like working with them, and then they looked at the books and they just none of them said yes. And so that is just, I think their financials were not in a great position.
It just sucks because I feel like a lot of the upper, like there were so many middle managers from what I saw that tried their best to keep things working and functioning. Like, for, Maiko.
Yes.
Like, he's a really good guy. Like, you see, like, a lot of the VTubers that he represented will vouch for him, too, even after all this shit has come out. But, like, it just feels so bad that, like, you're in this middle management position where you can't really have any really important decisions to hopefully, like, really actually course correct, as opposed to, like, these kind of, like, crazy decisions that upper management ultimately did, like, fucking... I don't know if they actually embezzled the funds, but that charity money's gone. That shit's gone.
I don't think it's ever going to come back. The positive thing is that due to all this traction, negative traction, a lot of people ended up donating to the
Immunodeficiency Foundation.
I was going to say the initials, but unfortunately...
Do not initialize the Immunodeficiency Foundation.
Yes. And so... I think over 1 million, 1.2 million have been donated already in the last couple of days.
Yeah.
And it keeps going up.
Yeah.
It's definitely, this is like picking up mainstream attention from all over the place because it's a huge deal.
Yeah. I would say that like the VTuber entertainment space is not like well, it's not as mainstream as just like Hollywood, right?
Yes.
But like, and like $500,000 to charity going missing is like a major headline story anywhere else.
Yes.
So like
Ironmouse and Connor have done so much for that foundation. They have a separate part on their website. Like they have a page on their website just dedicated to them and what they've done. And so it is like, it's crazy. I do feel really bad for all the talent. I think they're all going to land on their feet. Their talent are very, very talented. I feel the worst because there's 2 people on that org that have been in other VTuber companies that left and then got to this one, left it again, and then now they're going together to be indie. And I'm like, wow, you guys got screwed twice. That's crazy.
Joining a corpo sounds like roulette. I'm gonna be so real with you. Just like it just feels like you're either, I don't know, VTubing. I have very rarely seen like very clear upside of joining I mean, I understand the upside of corpo, but like if V-Shojo, the biggest name in Western VTubing, from my understanding at least, like has this insane of a scandal and they can't make money at all to the point where they're stealing from their talent and stealing from charities? Like, what the fuck are, like, what are the other Western corpos?
I think the only one left that people are that's doing good stuff right now is Faves Connect. But they at the very beginning did really bad for their talent, and their talent were openly public about it. And then apparently they turned it around to the point where like they're doing pretty well. And Faves Connect is everyone's saying they're winning because they're doing nothing, which is kind of true. But I think they're one of the few people that turned around it on the West. On the and then overseas they have like Anita and Hollow as the two big VTuber companies. But like honestly, their contracts are not good for you. I'm pretty sure. I would suspect that they operate in a way where like it's more of a contractual thing, a business thing, and so the contracts are really bad or more bad for the talent. The leaked contract, I think, for one of their talents said that they had a 95-5 merch split where the talent were given 5% and the company was given 95. I don't know how valid that contract was.
What the fuck?
But it's like those contracts are, I don't want to say are normal there.
Like
yeah, essentially, like to become a VTuber in the past, it used to be that being indie wasn't the route. You had to join a major company and launch with a generation to get enough clout to be a VTuber.
Right.
Nowadays, the indie route is so popular, and so the possibilities are there that you can just be a big indie VTuber. And so you're even seeing a lot of these big corpo VTubers, and I'm talking like million views on YouTube, 200,000 on their like debuts. Leave their corpo after 2-3 years. I think a normal contract in this space is about 2 to 4 years. They leave after their contract time. They don't resign, and they debut in indie just because they have more control over stuff and it's more chill.
Is that what Gura did? Or is it different?
Yeah, Gura, Nimi.
There are a lot. I feel like there are a lot of graduations.
Amelia.
This year, right?
There's like 4 or 5. There were a lot. Major ones that ended up also coming back. I don't really like to talk about past lives because it's supposed to be like a if you know thing. But it got to the point where like you just have to accept that like it's a thing. And a lot of these VTubers that used to have past huge corporate lives are now existing on another VTuber persona.
Dude, being a VTuber sounds stressful, man. That shit sounds stressful.
It's stressful, but also like there's a lot of cool things that you can do with it. Like I was a VTuber for 2 years. Hopefully I'm coming back soon. But having a kind of mascot that you could base your creative stuff out of is awesome. Like I think that is the coolest thing is like there's a lot more creativity when it's not just based on yourself in an IRL spectrum, but being able to use it online was really, I was in like a creative rut until I did VTubing for 2 years and I felt really good about it. Unfortunately, I think I'm back in the creative rut, so maybe it's back to going back to VTubing.
This time you should be a horse. Do it.
Oh,
I don't know. The
no.
V-Shojo stuff has been just like hella depressing. I'm just like reading stories as they come to light. I saw Vay's post about her experience with V-Shojo, and it just like seems like a lot of like really underhanded, catty kind of like fucked up shit where it's just like, I don't know. The business side of VTubing for corpos feels like hella unprofessional. Or like it can be, you know, where it's just like, oh, like they go to VTuber parties where they just shit talk each other, or like they'll like spread rumors around you if you like leave the company so that you just like have less opportunities after you leave. Like it's like, what the fuck? That just sounds like so.
Yeah, that's weird. I've been to a lot of V-Shojo parties. They threw quite a few of them at all the VTuber conventions. And it was just like me meeting the VTubers and be really chill. But I know people were like shit talking the other talent behind the scenes. I do know that like it is a situation where like, you know, streamers do shit talk each other, and it does happen that sometimes it is a little bit high schoolish. And I'm sure that happens in the VTubing scene It's not more, but at least a similar amount.
Oh, I was speaking on like the management
the
level.
management doing
like
that.
VTuber and like creators. Like I feel like that's gonna happen no matter what,
Yes.
right? Like that's just like normal. Like it just happens where like people will just like talk about each other. But like I feel like there was like I don't know. In my head, I'm thinking from like a business perspective. If you're like in the management level,
you can't
there's like
do
a
that.
certain level of professionalism that's like expected.
And
so to hear like that some of these management level people just go to these parties and spread rumors and talk shit is about like other creators or even like management agencies is like insane.
I think the crazier thing is like I consider it to be very faux pas to leak or to dox VTubers,
right?
Because a lot of their thing is like the anonymity allows them to feel safe,
right,
and play a character. But like to have these parties have people go up and like say, oh, I can get you this person, they're this, and like show pictures, which is something came out that was happening. I think it's really crazy. Like
it's disgusting.
Yeah, I fucking hate that. And the only times I've met the talent like that are like when they themselves come up to me and they're comfortable enough to do that. And the people who don't, I don't like say anything bad about. It's just definitely something where it's like if they're comfortable enough, they can. And some people like to be more anonymous, and I always respect their privacy.
Yeah, I've only I feel like in the VTubing space, from my experience, like I've only ever found out about a VTuber's identity directly from said VTuber.
Yes.
Like no one will like be like, oh, this person's this person's like.
Yeah.
It's like super like it's sacred to like not do that.
Yes.
So to hear that management are willing to do that in like a party setting or like. It's crazy. It's fucking crazy.
It's not good. It's not good.
It's really bad. I don't know. It was just dude, watching Ironmouse's video was just so
It's
heartbreaking.
It's crazy because like there was another generation that was supposed to come out for V-Shojo, and they're just like, I guess we're not doing it anymore. But funny enough, it was like a Monster Girl generation, and they've been collabing with each other. And they're like they announced themselves as like the generation that like didn't happen, and they did their first group collab. I thought it was really cute, but it's just like. Yeah, I feel really bad. The talent are the people that like I feel the worst about, and they're the people that carry the community. I think like a lot of these corporations that come and go. I do think this sets back Western VTuber corpos a lot.
Oh yeah,
like it is
for sure.
Like no one's gonna join, and it's really hard to want to join in the first place. I think a lot of the positives of joining a corporation is you get immediate clout because from like the clout of the organization, and also like they pay for your model. Right now, currently models are going from anywhere between like, and we're talking like a pretty decent model, anywhere between 2 to like 15K for model rigging.
Crazy range.
And model rigging plus like debut assets. Like a lot of times people want like a bunch of assets, like social assets, graphic assets for your debut. Like you just kind of need to have a lot of it, and the company will usually front that money and take some of it back as a percentage from other stuff. So it means that you don't have to take a financial burden. There's a reason a lot of VTubers with models start relatively late. Like I would say like most of the VTubers I know started in their late 20s, mid to late 20s. And now like a lot of VTubers I meet, I'm like, bitch, you're in your 30s. You're just like me. Like it's really funny because I see myself as relatively older in the streaming space, but
oh, you're fucking old.
Okay, you're right there with me, buddy.
We're fucking old.
But I think of a lot of VTubers as like they're not like people think of them as like 18-year-olds, and they're not young. A lot of them, some of them are, but a lot of them with like more produced models and have been around a long time are definitely much older than you would expect.
Hey man, that's like the beauty of VTubing. Like
Yes.
when I'm my devil VTuber whatever, dude, I'm still like 40 years old. So like you could be whatever age you want to portray yourself.
That is true.
So yeah, I like you were saying, I have full confidence that everyone's gonna land on their feet. Like in the VTubing space, I think the communities will follow them. I like, especially during like these times of crisis, I feel like the community comes together even stronger in a way.
Yeah.
Like if the charity for the Immunodeficiency Foundation shows anything, it shows that like the community will turn an incredibly terrible event into something somewhat like to have something positive come out of it, right? So I'm sure they'll land on their feet, but it just sucks because once again, it's the creators that eat the most shit in this situation.
I think it's very common as a creator to at some point been scammed by someone.
Yeah.
It's happened to me for quite a lot.
Yeah.
I think the largest I've ever been, I was public about this. Largest I've ever been scammed for is about 100 grand. And that story is not yet able for me to be told.
The Scarra tell all. I'm excited.
Maybe in like 10, 20 years, I'll talk about that story. But like it was someone pretty close to me, and so I lost a lot of money.
That fucking sucks.
And so it's like
I'm
sometimes.
sorry about that, by the way.
Well, luckily I'm in a financial enough position to where like I can afford it,
Mhm.
but it's a very painful lesson.
Yeah.
And so it's like, yeah, I think that it happens. Like it can happen in a lot of different ways, and then the quite frankly, business, especially when people get into gaming and get into VTubing, is a lot of passionate people, because quite frankly, the best people are not getting in, right? Like you don't go to school for business and want to be into the VTubing space immediately. Like
Right.
you're looking for like jobs on Wall Street, you're looking in like, I don't know, Quan or something if you're a math major. But like the people who get in are not going to be like the highest pedigree or the most professional.
Right.
And so you're dealing with a lot of passion, which is really great. I think the passionate people are the most creative and a lot really hardworking people. But also dealing with like it's a little dangerous, a little bit of a Wild West out there sometimes.
Yeah. It comes definitely like the good and the bad, pros and the cons. I feel like it's really easy to just like fall into this cycle of, I mean, I don't know. I feel like a lot of businesses in the streaming space, they try to hold that like, oh yeah, we're all friends here. Like, whatever. Don't do that shit. There is like a very big upside to like standard professionalism.
I'll put it this way. I have been working with a lot of different merch companies over the years, and a lot of different people, artists, all these people. I can count on one hand the amount of truly professional people I've worked with. People that give me deadlines from 6 months out, people that follow the deadlines, follow up exactly on time. And to those people, they're like God's gift from the heavens. I cannot stress how much like working with those people make me believe in the future of humanity. Like life is beautiful.
Dude, meanwhile, over here, I've done one merch drop. It was the most scarring, traumatic experience of my life. Well, no, I'm obviously like exaggerating, but it was really fucking bad. My merch guy went MIA for like 3 months, and I have people like coming to my chat like, hey, so like I never like got some of the stuff that I ordered.
Oh my god!
And I'm like, dude, what? I'm like, when we first started working together, it's like, hey, you don't have to handle any of the support. We have our own dedicated support line. It's like, yeah, there's a support line. It's like, yeah, I messaged them, and it's been like a month now, and they never responded. I'm just like, all right. And the only reason why that shit ever got resolved was because I put out a public tweet that was like, hey man, sorry, I don't know what's going on with my merch guy. If you haven't gotten your merch yet, message me. I will refund you, no questions asked. And then that's when he fucking responded. That was when he responded.
Oh my god.
He still has my name in his bio, by the way, for like that we worked together on merch. And I'm just like,
the craziest thing is a lot of these VTubers that had scammed worked with one merch company called Copium Merch, which scammed them exactly like V-Shojo did.
Was that how
it's how Bao Matara got scammed? Yep. Matara is also a talent at V-Shojo, and then one of the first things she said when she entered V-Shojo is, "Don't scam me like these guys," and they did. And I'm just like, wow, this shit is just crazy. But I think merch in general is really tough in the scene, and like I'm working with someone right now who is very professional.
Why does that have to be so tough? I don't understand.
I think it's just very, very hard because if you're a person that isn't gonna sell a lot, it's a lot of times it's not worth it for people to work with some individuals and like kind of hustle that hard for like a small gains over time and build up a company over time through trust and all the goodwill and shit.
That makes sense.
Because like if like I'll be honest, my first drop lost money and I felt so bad. I didn't even know it lost money until I asked. I was like, oh shit, my first drop, like I'm like thousands in the red, and I'm like, ooh. Wow, people don't like me as much as I thought they did. Wow, shit, I'm kind of unpopular. John could have sold 3 times as much as me.
Listen.
Oh, he's not here. Shit. But yeah, like, so I think that like sometimes it's like a risk. And so I never get it's hard. I'm sure that if you're really, really popular, like I've heard of the numbers that Valkyrie moves in 1 week. And I'm sure she gets the best deal as well as like very taken care of. And even on her level, and on like her and Pokey's level, I've heard of merchandise being rough. And I imagine that like if they can get that and they're getting the way merchandise works and business works in this world is it's economies of scale, right? I sell 1,000 shirts. Okay, let's say I'd sell 1,000 shirts, and I probably have to buy the shirts at like like $10. If it's someone who sells 1,000,000 shirts, they can buy it at like 5 because like that's just by bulk.
Yeah.
Bulk order costs cheaper.
Yep.
So the most popular people also get the best
Deals.
which sucks because if you're indie, you're making people pay the more for like essentially worse quality a lot of times, and it feels bad. It feels hella bad.
Yeah.
That's why when you go to like Artist Alley, you're like, wow, I can get this shit from Uniqlo for like $30, maybe a little bit better quality or equal quality. It's like, yeah, you can. And like, you're not wrong. You're paying 50 here or 60, and then you can buy it at Uniqlo for like 30, 40. And it's just like, that's just how it is, man.
I mean, like what you're really paying for is just like the effort that the artist put into doing the thing.
Yeah,
and
the design work.
And the good feeling of like your money going directly to the person who made the thing, right?
Yeah.
But I mean, also a lot of the times the shit's just really cool. But like, yeah, I mean, it's tough. Like when you do things at a small scale, it just costs more, which sucks ass because you're in less of a position to pay more. You know what I mean?
The reason why I went to Red is because I was like, oh, I'm selling plushies. One of my first merch launches. I'll just buy it. They're like, oh, we can sell it to you at this price, but if you buy 1,000 instead of like 500, it'll be cheaper. I'm like, oh shit, it's like 15% cheaper. I mean, obviously I'm gonna do that, I'm sure. And then like I didn't sell. Like I think I ended up selling like 60% of my inventory, which ended up putting me in the red. 50% of my inventory, which ended up putting me in red. I'm like, economies of scale. Oh shit, I messed up. I did not have the motion I thought I did.
Yeah, it's tough because like, you know, people like in my community will ask like, when's your next merch drop? Like, dude, I don't think I got motion like that where it's like low key, like I'm kind of down to do a merch drop where just I make zero money. I just like if I break even, I'm happy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but the thing is like
I probably won't break even, you know? So
it's like the manpower you hire to make the drop will make it so you pay money.
Yeah. So I mean, at the same time, I'm kind of down for that, but also I'm just like, it's like a lot of work for, you know, like going negative. So like, and not just going negative, knowing that you're going negative. You know what I mean?
I'm praying to God my merch drop in September doesn't go negative.
Hey guys, Scarra's having a merch drop in September.
I've already
you heard it here first.
I've already I talked to them about it. I'm like, you know, this is a risk. And Sarah, who runs the merch company, was like, I understand that I like working with you, so like I'll take the risk. I'm like, cool. As long as we're all on board that this is a risky endeavor and that maybe nothing happens. But I'm dropping like plushies. I'm dropping like a sweater. And it's gonna be, the design is fantastic. The keychain plushie is like Yeah, we're doing the Labubu, but like better. The
That's so
Labubu,
smart.
but better. I don't know if it's better,
Yeah,
but like
can I put
legitimately,
your store link in my chat.
yeah, man, you can do that.
Hell yeah.
And somebody comes over and they're like, "Why does someone like?" They start like refunding shit. They start buying on the credit card, just fucking immediately charging. And I'm like, "This is for Peter." I'm like, "Oh shit." But yeah,
I do have gamblers, like addicted gamblers in my chat. So if you made that shit a blind box, you're gonna make millions.
No, we were thinking about that, but like to have it that many colorways would be like you have to go really hard into
No,
it.
you do one colorway, but then you do one color and a mystery. So only 2 colors. But you produce like 5 of the second color. So you are 99% gonna just get the regular color, but then there's the rare one.
Yeah, the golden sign card.
Golden sign card.
I think I will. I looked into it and I went to different colorways, but it was too different.
Yeah.
But I'll think about it. I'll think about it.
I'm looking forward to it. Honestly, you'll be profitable just off me alone. Just kidding. Buy his shit. Don't rely on that. Buy Scar's merch.
On another thing that I ended up doing, because I loved having the podcast because it's stuff for me to talk about when I leave the house. And I think it near the end of the year, I tend to vacation a lot for like sponsors and just in general. I went to Open Sauce recently for Michael Reeves. It's an I was calling it an adult science fair, but I was told that sounds like an NSFW.
That
event.
does sound like some freaky shit.
And then people are like, oh, it's like a science fair for big kids, and I'm like, that still doesn't really like. But anyways, it's like a science fair you throw at school.
It's just a nerd convention.
Then for older people, and then it's nerds. And I go there, and it's exactly everyone's a fucking nerd there, and it's awesome. The very first booth I went to, it was the guy at the booth flagged me out. The booth is super bare bones. There's one robot in the middle that looks like they shoot something, and I'm just like, yo, what's this? And he's like, yo, Scar, you're gonna want this. I'm like, I'm gonna want this. Okay. He knew who I was. And he's like, yeah, this is a robot gun that scans your face and shoots beer into your mouth. And I'm like, I gotta try this. So I put down my vlog camera and I'm like angling it up to try that. And then so it's facial recognition and the robot moves and I'm opening my mouth like,
Dude, you let a robot piss in your mouth.
yeah,
bro.
and then it went and then he just it completely missed. It like hit like my face here, it hit like here, and I'm adjusting my mouth and finally it goes in and I'm like, oh, that was great. And I'm just dripping in water, okay? And the guy has
Did anyone record it?
I recorded it. The station, by the way, has no aftercare. There's no paper towels, no napkins.
Aftercare is crazy.
And as soon as this is over, I'm like looking for paper towels. There's nothing nearby. So I'm like wiping on my shirt. And then as I'm doing this, people are coming, oh, can I have a picture? And I'm still like dripping
You're
from
just sopping wet.
And the guy was like really happy about it, right? He was like, and then the funniest thing, he came into my chat yesterday. He's like, yo, what happened to that first booth you did? Like, I heard something happen. I'm like, you motherfucker, I know your name. You were the guy. Like, who's pretending here, man? Like, we both know it was you.
There's footage of you of like a brownish yellow liquid being shot into your mouth, missing, and spraying all of your face willingly.
No, oh, stop. I won't go too long to open sauce, but it's a really cool like science tech nerd event. Half of it's outside, half of it's inside. One of the really cool ones, one of the coolest ones I went to was there's Would You Survive the Titanic? And so it's just it's a wobbly door from the last scene in Titanic, and you have to balance yourself on the door. If it goes 15 degrees left or right, then what happens is the sensors go red and you've fallen off. You failed. So you first try to balance yourself, and then someone pretends to be like, then you do the Jack and Rose scene, and someone pretends to climb on. And one of the people in the crowd was like, yo, you want to do this with me? I'm like, yeah. So he pretended to climb on as I'm like trying to balance on the door and like slowly scooting back as he's getting on. And we kind of did it. Like we got the guy on and it didn't like go red. And then the guy was like, okay, now do this for an hour. That's because that's how long they had to hold on. I'm like, I'm not doing this for an hour.
Did you vlog this?
Oh yeah.
Hell.
It was
Can't
cool.
wait.
No, it was just like some of the places that it was wild because some of the booths were like obviously my fans. I know them because they yelled at me and said they were my fan, and they're like people who just graduated high school. And in the booth next to them was people who work at NASA, and I'm just like,
oh whoa,
yeah. And they were like, oh yeah, we work at NASA. Like we work at and then like they talk about they work at like the whatever. What's the is it the JFK launch site? Whatever. Anyways, there's like a location you work at where you work at NASA, and they came from there. And it's really wild to see like people from colleges, people from just out of high school, people who are literally working like adult, like crazy NASA jobs, all in the same venue and doing like different like talks. There's battle bots. They made battle bots. There were Nerf guns. There was someone made 4D Counter-Strike where it was a 1v1, and if you threw a flashbang, it would literally they had a device that would flashbang your side. And then there was another one that would like if you threw a Molotov, it would like blow hot air. And if you like legitimately like 4D, and I was so excited to do it, and the guy's like, sorry, we broke down. And some of the booths were just like that. They're like, we brought this from New York and it broke down today, but I will fix it. It will be fixed by tomorrow. And I'm like, damn, this guy is not sleeping tonight. I knew this guy's not sleeping tonight.
So they don't sell anything at Open Source, right? It's just like a bunch of personal projects they want to share with the public.
I think in general you could sell stuff at Open
okay.
Source, and I'm sure in the future people will because it's smart. But like for the most part, it's just all personal projects. I like walked by the one; they're all like sensors that like follow you. There's another. The coolest thing is like I love cons that do cool things for their badge. So at off kind of VTuber convention, they do ribbons. Every VTuber or booth has a ribbon, and you just stack the ribbons. They're like sticky. So you put the ribbons and you slowly go down, and you just have ribbons all the way to the floor.
Okay.
And you can stack them up higher. And it's really cool because it's like you travel the floor. It's like a ribbon derby. At Open Source, it's an entire metal instrument. Not instrument. It's a metal PCB board, and you can solder stuff on. There's areas where you can solder. Yeah, you could. There's a soldering area. I put like eyeballs on mine. There's signatures on the back. You could solder lights on it, and you can kind of customize it to whatever you can. And I'm like, this is so fucking cool. Like, what a fucking sick idea.
That is cool.
Yeah, that is fucking
soldering
sick.
is cool.
So like your badge is literally a PCB board.
That's
and
like that's the cool nerdiest shit I've ever heard.
Yeah, no, I think that was one of the coolest things they had there.
That's awesome.
But yeah, no, it's cool. We had like a quick Q&A, and people were like, it was 30 minutes for 7 people, so it was just really fun. It was really short.
I mean, I also told that it was a bit of an OGV fan meet up at Open Sauce.
It was a Point Crew fan meet up at Open Sauce. For in general, yeah, there's a lot of people.
Yeah, there's like heard a lot. What was it? Sid was the one that told me that she was told that like, oh yeah, no one's really gonna stop you. No one's gonna recognize you guys there. And she was like, that was the biggest fucking lie I was ever told.
Oh,
we were literally stopped all the time.
Yeah, I mean, I played it low key and was able to still get a lot of footage and have a good time. But I know some of the other people, it was hard for them to really explore the con.
Yes,
and I think that at some point, like, it's just the perfect nerd demographic. You know, unfortunately, we're also in SF.
Mm-hmm.
Every place we ate at San Mateo, by the way, which is near SF, we got recognized. We were in a 40-minute line, and 2, it was a lot of Asians. And as soon as we walked in the line, I'm just like,
wait, you guys have a lot of Asian fans?
yeah, that's just
a few, a handful.
Yeah, maybe you walk into a boba shop if I want to get a little bit of
a self-esteem boost.
Yeah,
I got you.
Yeah, I'm a little
I need
narcissistic
I need
that.
my ego stroked.
Every day I look.
I'm gonna go to Head in the Clouds.
I go to Haiti.
Oh,
I've never been to Head in the Clouds, by the way.
You wouldn't like it because you would get constantly recognized, literally nonstop.
But I love Joji and Keshi.
Joji and Keshi have not performed at Head in the Clouds in a long time.
I love G Dragon.
You would have liked Head in the Clouds this year. Yeah.
There we go.
There we go.
That's my boy.
You know, okay, this is hella random.
Yeah.
You know what I did recently that I haven't done in like 15 years?
A haircut?
It's fucked up. I get haircuts all the time. You know, I forget how I look until I go to the bathroom and I look myself in the mirror and I'm just like, oh shit. Right, I did this to myself. That's crazy. I backed to KickStarter.
Oh.
I forgot the KickStarter website existed. I'm gonna be honest. But one of my viewers messaged me, was like, hey, Peter, there's a project that I think you might be interested in. And I was like, okay, I'll take a look at it. It is a card mill. It is a device that has a hopper. It looks like a fax machine, but you put magic cards in it and it'll sort it for you based off of the parameters that you put in.
That's cool.
Yeah.
You're a nerd.
I backed the shit out of that bad
You're
boy.
a nerd for
hell
sure.
Yeah, I'm a fucking... Dude, you know how useful that shit is? It's crazy. Dude,
I am just saying, these guys threw a commander night at my place. So I come downstairs and there's just this guy with this table over there, like not even 2 feet in front of us, with Sean, Julian, and Broden. They're just playing commander all night. Yep. I come down, they're still playing. I go up, they're still playing. It's like 4 hours.
We played 2 games of commander.
That's like 6 hours.
Hey, you know what's crazy though?
Yeah.
As much as I love Magic and Commander and everything about it,
yeah.
You know that was the first game of multiplayer Commander I've ever played?
I've never played a single game.
Dude, I've never, like, you know, there's like a TikTok trend where like, it's like Kendrick Lamar's lyrics where he's like rapping really fast, and like the trend is like for the first half where it's like really fast lyrics, people are like dancing around and there's like a caption that's like, oh, something good about their lives, something about that. And the second half is like the trade-off.
Yeah.
So for me, my first half would be, ooh, building decks, building cards, researching Magic. Oh, that's all fun. Second half is finding people to actually play with.
Which I heard is not difficult now.
Anymore! Dude, ever since I started posting stories about playing Magic, people have been just cold DMing me, be like, hey man, I see that you play Magic.
Everyone's been waiting.
I play Magic too. We should play Magic sometime. I'm like, all right, you want to be in the Magic group chat? They're like, yeah, I'll be in the Magic group chat. We're growing. There's dozens of us.
Dozens is crazy.
Dozens of us. But yeah, sorry, I just wanted to share that little tidbit.
No, I'm good. Like I went to SF, and I think high key I'm gonna end up in SF, like in a place that I want to live for the remainder of my life. I think the climate of SF is one of the best I've ever seen. So not in SF, because I think living in SF is diabolical.
Like the Bay Area, the NorCal.
Yeah, I think like the San Mateo, like Dallyville, or is it Dallyville, Dally City area. I think that I just love it. Cool. And I've heard that Seattle has that as well, but I just don't like. I like to be off meta, and my whole household likes Seattle, so I don't like it.
Being off meta for where you live is crazy.
I mean,
I'm an off meta guy too. Like, I'm not gonna build the same commander deck as someone else, but like me not living in the same area that my friends live, to be off meta is kind of fucking insane. No,
I mean, you're just a poser then. I'm an OG hipster.
All right, dude. You guys are all non-LA natives in LA. Your guys are the fucking posers. I'm from here, bitch.
Technically, I'm a.
You're from Texas.
Gen 1 implant.
I'm like a Gen Z. I was born here.
Arguably, I'm more California than you.
In what way, Scarra?
Shit, he called my bluff. Could probably do a better Valley accent than you.
That's not a flex. But do it. I do want to hear it.
No, I can't.
I do wanna
you
hear
call
it.
me bluff again. I can't
do
do
wanna
that.
hear
No,
it.
I can't do that. I can't do that. I can't do that.
Anyway,
Do you have anything you've been reading recently? Anything you've been watching?
I started reading the Mistborn series by Brandon Sanderson. Was it Brandon Sanderson?
Brandon Sanderson.
Brandon Sanderson, yeah. Started reading it. I'm still like very early on book 1, but it's good. I like it.
My inhale of air.
Yeah, I've just been, that's like the new thing I've been reading. I like it. I'm very early on still, and the world is very grim just from the onset. It's fucking crazy. But I'm enjoying it. I'm going to continue reading it. I did the stupid thing where I bought the entire Mistborn series in one go instead of just buying one book at a time to see if I like it.
It's pretty cheap though. I
Yeah,
think
it is pretty cheap.
Yeah.
But another thing that I did was I started reading Absolute Batman, like a comic book, like an American comic book series.
I've heard of that one.
I don't know if I like it, if I'm being completely honest. The kind of backstory is like, it's like an alternate universe where the butler, I forget his name, Alfred, he's like a merc, like an assassin with no relation to Batman. He's coming back to Gotham to see, like for a job, and to also he's just kind of like observing how Gotham has changed over time. And Batman is like Spider-Man, where his origin story is like his dad was like a high school teacher or a middle school teacher, and his mom is just like a public servant. Like he's not rich.
They're not dead?
His dad is dead. His mom is still alive.
But they're not shot in an alley. Not the
no,
class
his dad was shot.
Oh.
But his mom is still
he still
alive.
Has a parent. Like that's
he still has a parent, which is like very different.
Yes,
already.
that's very different.
That's why I'm saying like it kind of reminds me of the Spider-Man origin story in a way.
Mm-hmm.
Like he had Aunt May, but like yeah. So there's that, and he's like this big fucking Batman guy, and like he's also like a brilliant inventor. His cape has like, I don't know how to explain it. There's like wires that he could like kind of, you know those slappy sticks that where like I hit you with it, it wraps around your arm.
Yes.
They kind of function like that. His cape kind of functions like that.
His cape?
Sort of.
Okay.
I don't really know how to explain it. It's like multi-flex. I don't know. He just reminds me of Spider-Man. Really brilliant dude that invents his own shit. He comes from like very modest means, and he's fighting crime. It's really violent. Joker has like an outfit made out of dead babies or some shit. Like they reimagine like a lot of the villains and their like the origin stories and shit. So I don't know how I feel about it yet. I mostly found out about it because of TikTok reels that showed like the new reimagined, redesigned Batman villains. I was like, oh, this looks cool. Like this looks interesting. But I don't know if I like it yet. We'll see. Well, it's like there's like 10 issues so far. I'm subscribed to it, so like I'll just get it every time a new issue comes out.
Oh wait, so you have a subscription service where they come to your door? It comes to your door?
No, I have it on Kindle. So
I
like
see.
as soon as it comes out for Kindle or whatever, it'll just download to my phone so I can read it. Which is I like that. More services should do that, where you could just subscribe to like a series. You pay $5 per issue, and it just like downloads to your phone when it comes out.
I'm
cool.
surprised that they don't have like a comic service that brings comics to your door.
Oh, I just think physical print is just like
maybe
outdated.
dead. Yeah. But I remember Sid talking about how she wants to get back into comics, but like she doesn't have like a service that she can pick and choose like certain comics to come to her door. But maybe it's out there now.
Maybe it's out there, and someone could comment in the comments below said service, and they're like, "These guys are idiots. This thing has existed forever."
They're probably gonna say that.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I'm trying to pull up the stuff I've been reading, and I just
he opened Umamusume.
There's nothing wrong with that. There's literally nothing wrong with that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Is there anything else?
Dude, honestly, other than like the usual like weekly stuff, not really.
Dude, that is my problem right now. So the stuff I'm reading right now, I have 5 things or so that I read every week that I'm really happy about. And like I've been trying to expand it, and it feels fucking impossible. The stuff I've tried to read in recently, I've tried to read Ice Lord, which ended up being very meh. 69 chapters into the irregular of the Royal Magic Academy of Magic. It's shit, by the way. And it's like I tried the Sword God from a Fallen World. It's very mediocre. And everything I'm trying is just so I'm not happy about it.
Dude, that's the life of a manhwa trash panda. Like we just go through mountains of garbage looking for that gleaming little diamond.
It sucks because it's my job to find new stuff. Pretty much for this podcast, but I have literally just been stuck on the only thing I would say I am reading. that I just started was Darn Reincarnation. My blasted reincarnation. Like, there's a lot of multiple translations of the English title. TLDR, it is a that's kind of like an edgy manhwa. But the thing is, it just restarted again. So it did 2 seasons, and you know how sometimes like these manhwa just die.
Yeah.
Into the abyss.
Yeah.
I saw on my TikTok that this one just recently is about to start going again, and I was like, okay, I'll just start reading it. It's probably the most promising thing I've been reading recently, but it's not to the point where I'm far enough along to where I can even recommend it. That's the only thing. My current 5 things that I read that I'm very happy about is Absolute Regression. Whatchamacallit? That you already know. The Great Mage of the Hero Party Reincarnates is very good.
Okay, the Great Mage of the Hero Party Reincarnates.
This is the worst buzzwords in a title I've ever had.
Listen, I'm used to it by now.
Yeah, but it's like actually good. It's like Eternally Regressing Knight, but unfortunately, like it's exactly like that, where it's just the most brain dead, like stupid ass title, and you just ignore that and you just go on.
Honestly, but fuck it, we ball.
Yes.
As long as I'm being entertained, I don't actually really care how original or derivative it is. If it has decent art and likable characters, I'll fucking read the same slop in a different tone.
Yes.
Different.
So,
yeah.
The Eternally Regressing Knight, Cosmic Heavenly the Demon is 3077, which I thought I wouldn't like this much, and I fucking love it. And then finally, oh god, what was it? Not that one. Pick Me Up. I think Pick Me Up is really interesting in the sense that it was peak and dipped a little bit because the arc was really fucking boring, and then people realized they just want to see the entirety of Pick Me Up is about a protagonist that used to be the number 1 protagonist, and then the number 1 person in the game, and then he gets put inside the game as a unit when he used to be like a master,
Right.
but his units are still there, and they're like some of the best units in the game, and his whole territory is still there.
I did really like that part.
Yes,
when he was able to reunite.
So
cool.
now the author realizes, I'm pretty sure, that his arc was really fucking boring. People are bleeding out. So he put a really big thing at the very end of the last arc, and this arc is he goes back to command his old territory in a huge fight, and you see all of his like top 10 units that are essentially like just like the strongest people of the time. And so now I'm fully back invested.
That sounds hype. Okay, yeah. I'm down to pick that up.
No, because like it was bad. Like I will say the last arc with the dragon was just dragging.
I mean, I didn't hate it, but it was slow.
For something that I would consider to be almost like a 9 out of 10 throughout, it was definitely like it got to like a 7 or like a.
It had a bad arc.
Yeah, it had a somewhat bad arc. And I think the author was like, we need the interest high again.
We need to put the spice back in.
And then so they did this. Okay. So those 5 things are the things I read on a weekly basis, and I'm very happy about. And I'm currently trying more stuff. Maybe Ice Sword's the next big thing. Maybe Darn Reincarnation is the next big thing. I don't know. And unfortunately, I don't know. I don't know.
Can you help me remember a title?
Which one?
There's like a Star Phantasm Night, something like that. Do you know what I'm talking about? It was highly recommended to me, but
it's Star Embrace Swordsmaster.
Is that the one?
Yeah, that's the one that Cyan recommended.
Yes. Star Embrace. Is that the one with the blonde protagonist?
Yes.
Okay.
Where it's like a ghost and he gets trained by the stupid ass ghost from before. Yeah.
Okay, I think, I heard
Cyan,
I should read the fuck out of that.
Cyan has been saying is the GOAT, and I said I was going to go back to try it again, but I have instead been losing myself over this other stuff that is just trash, by the way, just really bad. And so I will go back later. But in the meantime, I will be traveling soon, a lot in the near future. I understand traveling is hard for you because you have a lot of cats, unfortunately.
Well, I'm traveling.
So she'll also be traveling soon. So we'll have a lot of tales about traveling.
Fuck my cats.
Wait, where are you going?
I'm going to Evo.
Oh, wait, shit, you're going to Evo with me.
I fucking told you I'm going to Evo.
I can't believe you're going to Evo. That's crazy.
I literally was like, you better go to Evo because I'm going to Evo because I didn't know if you were going because your fucking team at Stage Jam Slam got ass blasted.
We did get ass blasted, but I won all my rounds.
Okay, okay. The rest of your team is dog shit. Is that what you want to say?
It's not about that. It's not about that. We win and lose together. But
he's trying to say I won, they lost.
But I'll be at Evo competing in Street Fighter 6, and you'll just be spectating. Correct?
I'm gonna watch him win the whole fucking thing.
No, I'm not gonna win.
He's gonna win the whole.
The problem is the person I look up to. There's 2 Manon players at the very, very top. It's Idom, which is the Western GOAT, and then there's Kagawa, I think. And he just said due to health issues or personal issues, he's not going.
Oh,
He made the statement yesterday.
That sucks.
And I'm like, what? He won an 800-person tournament to win a free fight, and instead it's given to the second place player.
I see.
And I'm like, this guy is a Japanese salaryman that never leaves his house.
Oh, it's that guy.
It's that guy. So like he just
Oh.
doesn't leave, and this is the first time I was ever seen by like a Western major,
And now he's not going.
and now he's not going.
That
So I'm
sucks.
like, that sucks. But I'll be competing, and I'll be sure to having a good time. And I'm going to Germany afterwards.
You're going to Germany? I didn't know that.
I think Toast helped me get a sponsor to go to Gamescom.
Oh, that's
So
cool.
me and Toaster will be heading out to Germany. I heard the food there is
Really
rough.
fucking German.
It's rough. But I'm excited. I mean, I love trying different cultures, and I've just been warned in advance that it might not be up to my palate.
Hey, I had schnitzel in Germany. It was okay.
I thought of schnitzel when I tried it as worst katsu, personally speaking. But I didn't get a good enough schnitzel. Maybe I've only had really, really great katsu.
I had schnitzel from a pretty good place, and yeah, it's just a preference thing. But I'm like, I prefer katsu over this.
I think that's fair.
I'm
But
sorry,
also,
Germany.
I am maybe most excited for their bakeries. I heard European bakeries are legit, very, very good.
Oh no, the big yeah.
And so like I think that's the thing that I'm gonna have a very, very good time with. I don't know what else though. I think we're gonna be at Gamescom, which is like a big gaming convention. I don't know what to expect, but hopefully good things.
I heard it's like the last great convention. for
Really?
games. Yeah.
I'm excited.
I hope you have a good time. If they have Magic the Gathering stuff there, can you give me a promo?
No.
Fuck. All right. Well, it was worth a shot. And that's episode 38 of the Fake Fans Podcast.
Thank you so much for tuning in.
Bye, guys.
Goodbye.